Excuse me. Now, Aquarius. Not Aquarius. Pisces. You guys have the Ace of Wands. So this is talking about starting something new, starting something very exciting. This is a sequence in your life where things are definitely picking up some energy, and I feel like it's bringing a lot of your enthusiasm and excitement into your love life. I feel like it has to do with you deciding what wasn't really working for you. You know, putting your foot down and saying, hey, you know what, this isn't really for me, and going off and finding what it is that really made you happy. And I feel like this is the journey. This is the adventure. This is where you go ahead and find what truly makes you very, very excited and passionate in your love life. Now, your current state of being, you have the Five of Wands. So there is some conflict that's going on, possibly inner turmoil I'm getting. So I'm really feeling that there's inner turmoil about what's going on, with how you feel, what's passionate to you. I'm not quite sure what the inner turmoil could be. This is pretty much a general reading, so I can't get too specific, but there is some inner turmoil. There is some back and forth. There is some things that are going on that's very hype, and it can be super intense. Now, where you guys want to be, right, where your goal is the King of Swords. So you guys may want to connect with an Aquarius. That's probably why I said it in the very beginning. And Aquarius, you guys have your eyes or your sights on. You may want to consult somebody that is very, very intellectual, very smart, that's good with giving advice, and is very logical. You guys may want to also detach for some sort of reason, or maybe be very cutthroat with the truth. Usually I wouldn't see you guys as the king of any sort, but I do feel like, considering how the situation is, you may want to have a very clear and strong stance on truth that you have. And you may want to communicate that well, or master communication, master your, the clarity of thought using logic, and being able to handle your situations from a very detached place. Now, the reason, what's keeping you from getting to the King of Swords in your goal is the Ten of Wands. You guys are overburdened with a lot of responsibilities and tasks. I feel like there's a lot of things that you guys are handling right now that could be handled a little bit easier, as you see here with the Ten of Wands here. He's holding him in a very break-back way. So I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's going on for you guys, and it's really a burden on your back. It's a burden on you, period. And the reason why it's a burden on you is because there's some sort of commitment from the past, or some sort of commitment that you've made. Or maybe you guys are building a legacy. This is kind of like tying up things from a possible commitment that you've made with somebody in the past. Now, this could be family or a legacy of some sort, but I really feel like this is talking about you and some sort of commitment from the past, and it's becoming more of a burden. Okay, it's not very fun, it's not very exciting, it's just more of a burden to kind of build and constantly maintain. Now, for your advice, you have the High Priestess. The High Priestess indicates here that it's honestly time to listen to your instincts, follow your intuition, and listen to what your higher self could be telling you at this time, because the High Priestess is all about being open to messages and listening to your intuition. I really get the sense that this is really pushing you to be open to your intuition at this time. Okay, and I feel like the reason for why they're really asking you to be open with your emotions and really to listen to your intuition is because if something is a burden to you, how are you walking in your truth? How are you going to get to the King of Swords if you're not really truly walking in your truth? You have to walk in your truth and listen to your heart first before you can really become the King of Swords. And if this is a person external from you, this could be like a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, possibly. Like, it doesn't have to necessarily be 100% Aquarius, but if you are wanting to connect with Aquarius of some sort, or be with an Aquarius, I feel like you really have to listen to your intuition and to tap into your your subconscious in a bit, to listen to what your inner self could be telling you. Now, for your emotions, you have the Hangman. The Hangman is indicating that there is a bit of stagnancy. There's not a lot going on. You're having to constantly wait. You're stuck in limbo. I feel like, honestly, there is some sort of perspective that you feel like you need right now, considering that things are not really moving. And that can explain the goal again. Pretty much talking about the King of Swords here. Like wanting to have a new perspective and to know what your new perspective is and be very strong in your truth. But I also feel like right here, like you're feeling stuck. You're feeling very unable to move, very stagnant energy here. But in your hopes and fears is high-fiving this with the devil here. And if it's pretty much indicating that, yeah, you want to break out of this chain, break out of these chains rather, and to kind of, to find your power, to be able to maneuver yourself out of a situation that isn't very pleasurable. You guys could be fearing going back into old habits, doing old things that may not have benefited you, but protected you in some sort of way. So, you know, it's about remaining your integrity, and that's the hard part, right? Remaining your integrity and breaking the chains, to finding your power, to be able to manifest and to, you know, get yourself to a place where you really feel comfortable and feel happy being in. But it's hard, especially when you're in a situation or in an emotional state where you feel like there's not much going on, and you're having to constantly wait and see something from a different perspective. And that different perspective really could just be that your emotions are a factor in this. It needs to be a factor, because major emotional openness is coming up here. No other cards in this reading is indicating emotional openness, and you are a water sign. So for the High Priestess to come up, I feel like, yes, this is very important. Is you because you're a water sign, Pentacles, Wands, Swords should not be coming up for you, I feel. Not so strongly. I mean, I feel like, yes, there's some things that need to be managed with these things. There's nothing wrong with it, but your emotions are your ability. That is your ability to listen to your intuition and to be so close to your intuition. You're the highest. You're the highest sign in the zodiac. The highest sign, and that is the water sign. So being, you know, to trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, that is the key. Okay, trusting your intuition. And that's also, I feel like it's also talking about receiving as well. Perhaps you're doing a lot of things, but you're not receiving. So that's the possible, constant thing. Because the High Priestess, she lets things come to her. She's the receiver. She's not the giver. She doesn't do that stuff. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, if you guys are doing too much, or maybe you guys are committed and you guys are overburdened with responsibilities, it's probably because you are not receiving enough. You need to receive instead of overdoing stuff and swamping yourself down with tasks that aren't really, you know, that's not really fair on you to handle if you're building something with somebody else. Now, with your outcome, you have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles does indicate that, you know, you feel very grounded, nurtured, managing your situation, managing work, managing your love life. But it's also domestic, right? You're feeling very comfortable in your surroundings and you are committed. So I feel like you really want to commit to somebody that's Aquarius. Sorry, not Aquarius. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, or a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Either one, or this is just you in its essence. Like, you want to feel very comfortable, not necessarily comfortable, but you want to feel stable. You want to feel, you know, like you have some support, and you also want to feel that you have you've managed everything. You feel like you have everything under control, pretty much. Okay, I feel like ultimately you want to recommit to the partner that you're with. The Queen of Pentacles is very committed and very loyal and very, when she says she's going to do something, she's going to do it. Even no matter how long it takes, she's willing to put the work into doing it. So I feel like you guys want to be committed and feel committed in your relationship. All right, so let me go ahead and pull you guys your romance angels for this week. Wow, reconcile. So reconcile, someone from your past is returning to your life. So that's probably why the intuition thing is coming up. You won't know when they return, but it's going to help you to kind of have your emotions open at the time when, you know, around this time, in case they want to warn you or give you a heads up. Okay, because something's going on. Also, this is the High Priestess is also talking about not revealing too much. So be careful about what you reveal to others. Don't be so super open with the things that you tell everybody. Just kind of, you know, it's not saying be secretive, but just, you don't have to express everything. Don't feel like you have to tell everybody every little piece of everything. Don't tell them every detail. You know what I'm saying? Keep some things to yourself, I do feel like. Just be mindful and be careful of who you trust right now. Okay. Now let's go ahead and pull from the Whispers of Love. But yeah, somebody can be coming back from the past. It's very interesting. Maybe the conflict is because they're starting, because the Ace of Wands is talking about rekindling an old flame as well. It's not just starting something new, but it's rekindling an old flame. You guys could be going back with an ex or firing something new with an ex, but this person, you know, I don't know. This person has, you're doing a lot, and you're required to use your intuition with them. So be very mindful of stuff, okay? All right, whispers of love. You guys have take a chance in love. When we start to love, our lives change forever. Okay. They have a typo in there. It says, when we start to love, our lives changed forever. And I think it's change. But take a chance at love. And it's true. Being open, emotionally ready to receive love, that's the one thing that's needed. It's when the hangman is coming up in your emotions, it's not just about waiting and feeling stuck in limbo, but it's also talking about releasing something, right? To surrendering control, surrendering yourself to the perspective, surrendering yourself to allow yourself to see this new perspective. So there is something that you may need to surrender, and that surrender may be that that you see things from a perspective from your emotions, right? Being emotionally open. Okay, so this reading has been pretty darn clear. Okay, be careful about how much you take on just because you committed to something in the past. Be emotionally open. Allow yourself to receive. Don't reveal too much information to people. This is a time of surrender, to be open. So being open can allow you to receive, since you're doing so much. So be careful about how much you take on, and make sure you're receiving, and there's a balance in the relationship. This is someone that could be coming back from the past because you probably left a situation that before it wasn't really satisfying for you. It wasn't a bad thing, but you just weren't feeling it. But this is a flame that's rekindled since reconciliation is coming up. So taking a chance at love will require you to trust your intuition and trust yourself to just go with it, go with the flow, and allow your intuition to give you warnings and hints and push you in the right direction. Okay? You do have control. You may feel trapped, you may feel stuck right now, but you do have the inner strength and the control necessary to break free from the chains. Just be careful about old patterns and things that can come back up with this. And most importantly, guys, really remember that you're a water sign, and that you guys do have a very strong intuitive aspect about you. That is your beautiful, amazing ability. Don't take it for granted, and just really use it to the best of your ability.